ABC, how you doing? This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile. And this is the final installment of this series that I've named it uh, 40 years anniversary. Where were you in 1983? I took that name because early a couple of months ago, Metallica's Kill 'Em All was celebrating its 40th anniversary. So I decided to do a series showing 5 albums from that year that made a huge impact and helped develop or created all solidify my music journey and define mostly the kind of music that I was going to listen for the rest of my life, or help me to discover this type of music and different styles and subgenre of hard rock or melodic rock, pop rock, heavy metal, speed, I don't know, even hardcore, crossover, thrash, and all the good stuff that started to listen in around 82, 83, 84. So this is my final installment. This is record number or band number 5, record number 5. This is a huge one. I think this is the one you all have been expecting to see, because this is a big album by this band. It's not the first one that I listen. It's not where I discovered the band. This is the second one I listened to them. I remember back in '82 when my brother came back from school with a small dub cassette, with a small cassette with the first album with the previous one, and he said, "Please listen to this one." We put it on our boombox, and immediately thought that was the coolest thing I have ever heard. Who are these guys? Who is this guy singing, and what is he singing about? What is this music? This is something I have never heard before. Of course, on radio, it was impossible. On TV, no way. Nothing on magazines, newspaper, nothing like that. But then I realized this type of music is the thing that I was looking after, because of course back in the day I was listening to a lot of radio, the things they play on our local FM radios, mostly top 40 from Billboard magazines, the usual pop stuff that you can hear or listen to the radio in the early 80s. But when I listened for the first time the previous one, I thought this is my type of music. This is the thing I want to listen for the rest of my life. I thought so, and 40 years later, I'm still digging this type of music very much, with its ups and downs, with the hit or miss albums, bands getting together, band dissolving, hard rock, heavy metal, glam, going through some good times, some obscure periods of music, or in the 90s and in the early 2000s, just to have a good revisit, revival, rebirth, a couple of early 2000s, and I think that some of the bands from the 80s are getting back together and putting some good stuff. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about this album. This is a big one, but ironically, the first time I listened to it, I dig the side A of this album, and side B I didn't like it at all. I thought it was I don't know, something didn't grab me immediately. I thought it was way too long, way too not mellow. That's not the type of word I'm looking after. It was kind of proggy. Yes, I think that's the kind of word I'm looking for. it's different from the previous one that is more heavy metal, right in your face, one, two, three, boom, and they hear you with big songs. But this one, it took me a couple of listens to get used to it. But now, nowadays, I think it's probably my favorite one. It depends on the day, but I think this is really high in my list. And of course, I'm talking about Iron Maiden and Peace of Mind. You know this one. It has to be the icing in the cake. This is a huge album in the discography with lots of cool songs. Where Eagle Dares, Revelation, Flyer Icarus, Die with the Boots on. Everything is it's awesome. The Trooper, I think maybe the Trooper it has been way overplayed, but you can deny the big impact this album and this and of course the graphics they had made in history. This is an awesome album. As I was telling you, I when I listened to this one for the first time, it didn't grab me immediately. Of course, I like the first one, two, three, four, five songs. I like it very much. But then when it got to Still Life, Quest for Fire, Sun Steed, and To Tame a Land, you can tell it's not as heavy as new wave of British heavy metal as the first five songs. So that shift of sound, that when they got a little bit more proggier, not in the way as prog bands, but when they added something else, when they decided to slow down something a little bit, it created it caused me some some confusion, if you can say. Well, this, for example, Still Life is not where Eagles there. Quest for Fire, of course, you can say the lyrics are kind of silly, kind of goofy, but then I started to realize that's a really cool song, and the narrative is also it not cannot be very accurate because you don't have caveman with dinosaurs, but it's a really cool song. And of course, the last track, To Tame a Land, that is based on the movie Dune. That's also a really cool one, and you like it because it's different from everything else. Um, and still today, I think this is one of my this is one of my favorite, and it has a special place in my music heart. So now, as I was showing a couple days ago, I finally got this one, and this is a cool reissue of Iron Maiden Peace of Mind. Now I have the trifecta, my cassette from back in the day. This is the my a very old. I think it can be an OG CD. It's really old. I'm missing the ones from the reissue from '98. I think '98 that it has the you can form the face of 80, the spine. Those are really hard to get, kind of expensive. I'm missing that one, and I really like that one. Those that they put those single live disc in one, so I can complete the 80s phase of the debut of Iron Maiden. But glad to finally have this one. Have three my trifecta of Peace of Mind. Now I think I have four trifectas from Maiden. I have to check, but it was really good to finally have it on vinyl and to listen again to Peace of Mind and find out it's an awesome album. And please, if you don't know Iron Maiden and you want to start with something listening from them, this is a good starting point. And also you can check everything they made in the from 1980 to 1988. That's the best period, in my opinion, for Iron Maiden to start listening to them and to discover how great this band is still live. And let's hope we can have them here in Santiago, in Chile, maybe next year, 2024. Let's hope for that. That's it. That's my final installment in this short series that I was made 40 years ago. 40 years ago anniversary. Where were you in 1983? This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile. Thanks for watching, and if you want to share your thoughts about 1983, please feel free to do it in the comment section. I will be really glad to reply to them. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.